Are you ready? Are you ready? Let's go!
Do you have absolute certainty on how you go from hello to yes on what you're looking for?
Sean is a master. He teaches. It's not just about sharing the formula with you. It's about making sure that we learn.
I went from $100,000 in debt from law school to having no money and starting my own law firm on my credit card to selling it 4 years later.
Sean and I, we co-created massive victories in 2 unwinnable jury trials, which are recognized nationally now as top 100 jury verdicts.
To be even on the same track with you, who I respect and admire and love with all my heart.
Never again submit. You're not better and you're not less than any human on earth.
When you shared with us about the Unblinded process and the mastery sales training, I just went, wow.
Sean will gain proximity to the most influential and powerful people. He will find out how he can grow their business, how he can help them personally. But the third thing that he does is the most important. Sean serves without an expectation of getting anything in return.
You have very, very high-performing colleagues.
22 years ago, you transformed my life as you did all these people's lives over the course of time. And I couldn't be more grateful. Let's hear it for Tony Robbins.
I don't see him as a lawyer, and I don't see him as a blind person. Someone who has subjugated his ego, who has taught me what serving really looks like.
You have this incredible ability to just have unconditional love for everyone, and that is just an incredible gift.
The moment you have been waiting for.
The American Blind Association is the first new face and voice of that association since Helen Keller.
Formula for formulas, which is exactly what I've learned from Sean. It's a language-based predictable model. We will have over 300 new sales meetings this month.
This superpower in the world that is attainable for you is the ability to influence people. If you believe that, say yes. If you believe that, say yes. Do you think that worked? Off the summer. Gina Ricci, we got some rock stars today. Thank you all for being here. Gina, who do we have as our wonderful, incredible, spectacular guest?
Sean, we have one of my local friends, rock star in the community here in the Jersey Shore from Rumson, New Jersey, Chad Lohr, 20 years in finance, managing Delta One trading sales for investment banks like Deutsche Bank, Citigroup, Lehman Brothers, raised capital for various hedge funds, and 2 companies, diapers.com and jet.com, with successful exits by Amazon and Walmart. Recently founded a food tech company to disrupt the delivery companies like Uber Eats and DoorDash. Welcome, Chad Lohr, to The Real Raw. So glad you're here.
Hey, Chad, welcome.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Yeah, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing great, man. What's your fun fact, please?
My fun fact? My fun fact is that, since starting this new company, I do Zoom calls from various places, like passengers in the car, airplanes, trains, always in motion. That's my fun fact.
Chad, where did you grow up?
I grew up in Lincroft, New Jersey.
Jersey guy originally. So
yep.
do you agree, because most of our friends from around the country, Chad, don't get this, that the summer begins on the Friday of Memorial Day weekend? Is that like something you were present to growing up or no?
Absolutely. That was always the best day of the year. No doubt.
That's it. Boom. So we got Chad from Jersey on the kickoff of summer, Gina. And who's rolling with Chad?
Yep. Becky Blake, Tony Robbins Platt is rolling with Chad. She's the real life Mary Poppins, coming to us today from Vancouver. While raising her children, she realized that they needed experts like her, and she founded creatingsuperkids.com and the Blake Method. Parents and professionals learn to see all behavior with new eyes. She's a neurodevelopmental specialist and is getting her PhD in psychoneurology, Sean. She's been an international speaker at Harvard and #1 best-selling author. Unlock your child's true potential. Welcome, Becky.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Becky, how are you?
I'm great. Good to see you, Sean.
Good to see you too. I'm not quite seeing you.
That's okay.
For you and experiencing you. So what have you been doing? Like, how's life?
Fabulous. You know, it's a transition time. It's time to work bigger, better. And it's actually time, we talked about this a year ago, about bringing out my heroic self. And so here I am today.
That's awesome, Becky. Love hearing it. And what is your fun fact?
Fun fact. So to the disappointment of my parents, instead of going to law school, I went to beauty school. Right after beauty school, after flunking the business course, I walked into a hair salon and the owner offered it to me. He said the person leasing it from him went to jail for 2 years. So at 19, I had my own hair salon.
Very cool. That is a fun fact.
That is fun.
I had no idea about Becky. So Becky, welcome to the party. And where are you coming from in the world today?
Right now I'm in Vancouver, Canada.
Oh, Vancouver is in the house. One of the, actually it's been rated the #1 city to live in the world.
Beautiful.
Places
It is my favorite place in like all the land. I love Vancouver. Oh, I love Vancouver.
If we had more time, I would share a fun fact of how I ended up in Chinatown in Vancouver in the wrong acupuncturist for my blindness and eyesight. Had no idea I was in the wrong place. Longer story for a different day. When I went all the way to Vancouver to see the person, they did not have me scheduled. So love Vancouver. I've been there many, many times. So Becky, welcome to the party and congratulations on being in such an incredible place.
Thank you.
Yeah. Gina, we got Chad and Becky, and we got some judges for them.
We sure do. Lauren Finkelstein is here. She's founder of Save One Person, another plat from the Tony community nonprofit that matches people in need of living organ donors. She's single mom of a 15-year-old, Raphael, and she recently learned how to crump. What is that? Welcome, Lauren, to The Real Raw.
Hey, Lauren, how are you?
I'm great. Thanks, Sean. How are you? I went to your Christmas party before Corona. That was really a lot of, that's fun. I was going to say that's my fun fact, but that was fun.
Well, thank you, Lauren. And we will be doing it on December 17th. And as a Platt sister, you're more than welcome. And all you fine folks today, please feel free to come December 17th. It'll be, 800 of your closest friends. We may just have abominable snow people, live reindeer, mechanical reindeer could be in the air. You might meet Ebenezer Scrooge. It might actually snow inside. Who knows? There might be famous rock stars that show up, something like that. But Lauren, it is a pleasure to have you here. And what is your fun fact? Is that your fun fact, or are you going to go with something else?
My fun fact maybe is in 8th grade, I won the most humorous award, and I was in the yearbook for that.
Nice.
So,
and Lauren, where in the world are you today again?
I live in New York City.
Oh, you're not far away. So Lauren is in the house. So it is a pleasure, Lauren, and really appreciate you being here.
Thank you. Love
Gina.
being here. Thank you.
And thank you.
Next up, another Platt family member, founder of—
What is going on with Platts? It's like raining Platts this week. We didn't have a Platt. We did not have a Platt on for like 3 months. And this week it's been amazing. This is like family week. This is incredible. So who we have? Yeah.
I know. He's the founder of 2 venture capital funds focused on tech, healthcare, and life sciences, invested in dozens of companies, 4th generation entrepreneur from a large family enterprise, Maximilian Winters. He also cured himself of autoimmune disease. Welcome, Maximilian, to The Real Raw.
Thank you.
Maximilian, how are you?
I'm good. How are you, Sean?
I'm doing wonderfully. And where are you in the world today?
I am in Puerto Rico.
Ooh. I find an interesting factoid of how many Platts have moved to Puerto Rico. Is there anything besides the beautiful sand and weather that you might think Maximilian is drawing all these Platts to Puerto Rico?
Yeah, I think it's crypto for most people, but it wasn't for me.
Well, I know that. Crypto and tax codes and all the things. But what part of Puerto Rico do you live in?
Sorry?
What part of Puerto Rico are you in?
Oh, I'm 30 minutes south of San Juan, the capital here, in the north of the island.
Very, very nice. So had many interesting moments in Puerto Rico. Do you know from El Conquistador, there's like Palomino Island and Little Palomino. Are you familiar with those spots?
No, I haven't explored those yet. I just know the bioluminescent bay and I think Vieques and the other island.
Yeah, Culebra, Vieques, right? So just for anybody who's curious, Bella Rita, you might want to take a note on this. When you're coming from Little Palomino to Palomino, which is off of the property of the Conquistador, there might just be massive like rip currents that separate you in that half-mile swim that could take you past the main Palomino Island and could take you past the entire island of Puerto Rico if you're not careful. So Bella, I'd be happy to show you that if you'd like.
I had a feeling, am I taking notes of this because this is something that you're going to show me and be like, oh, we're just going to swim to the sandbar. And it's right here. And then before I know it, I'm to another island. So
Yes.
maybe you'll be on Grand Cayman.
Yes,
You'll land on Grand Cayman.
Or,
There we go.
Or we could invade Brittany Turner's Buck Island and take it like pirates. That would be amazing.
A not so fun fact is there's a bunch of people that actually that have accidents with those rip currents and they don't make it after that.
Yeah, so I hear you. And I'm not certainly making light of it.
Is this how you're trying to get rid of me, Sean, now?
No. So and that's
you gotta swim sideways. You gotta swim sideways. Yeah. You can't try to swim against the current.
Yeah, so we definitely have, Maximilian, an ongoing fun inside joke here at Unblinded for all the insane water situations I bring people into. And we've been in hurricane conditions and giant waves and craziness at night in the Atlantic Ocean, Northeast, and all the things. So Puerto Rico definitely has some strong currents for sure. It's a pleasure to have you here. P.S. Last time I was on Culebra, I was 8 feet off the shore and a shark swam right up face to face, probably about a 6-footer, but that was about 10 years ago when I could see a little bit better than I can now, which is virtually not at all. So, but Maximilian, thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Gina.
All right, next up we have Mr. Stuart Bates coming out of Salt Lake City, 34 years of mortgage loan experience. He's a branch manager and loan officer at Castle & Cook, managed over 100 mortgage professionals. His personal quote, Sean, is, "Your biggest investment is my biggest concern." He's 39 years married. Singing was his passion when he was younger, and he is here with us today. Welcome, Stuart Bates, to The Real Raw.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Stuart, thank you for being here, man. What'd you like to sing?
You know what? What do I like to sing?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not going to sing today. I'll start with a fun fact. I have got the worst stage fright ever, and I've won so many competitions in singing. You know how hard it is to get up on stage? I'm really not that good on stage.
I do have a little familiarity with the stage dynamic. I do, my friend, which could be a little bit unsettling for sure. But what do you like to sing on stage?
I haven't sang for a long time. It's kind of interesting. You know, I just sing in the shower. It's not much of a stage.
Well, what is your favorite thing to sing on the stage?
I like to sing everything. If it was Dean Martin, I love Dean Martin.
Ooh.
I love the old time singing. Like
How about a little bit of like Everybody Loves Somebody Sometime? Is that Dean Martin or no?
Everybody loves somebody sometimes.
We got
Right. Good job, Sean.
Thank you. Hello to Yes initiated in 45 seconds. So amazing job, my friend. My grandfather, who passed a number of years ago, but was so instrumental in my life, used to whistle and sing that song all the time, continuously. Yeah. So thank you for sharing that with us today.
Thank you.
How about your fun fact besides your shower singing?
Actually, I got long hair. I'm usually really short hair. This is the COVID hair. I actually was raised on a farm, and I used to milk a cow every day before I went to school.
Wow, that is extraordinary. Did you like milking cows or no?
No, I didn't.
It's not something. Did you ever cow tip? Have you ever tipped a cow?
Fun fact, I have not.
Well, at least you're a nice person. I don't think cow tipping is a very nice thing.
I don't think it's such a good thing now. I don't think Peter would like that very much right now either.
No, I do not think so. And particularly in light of the fact that I've been in a seminar recently with the head of the ASPCA. I don't think that would be a happy thing either there. So thank you for being here. Thank you for not being a cow tipper, for loving people, and for singing a couple of bars of Everybody Loves Somebody Sometime. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Gina?
Next up, Mr. Aaron West, the owner of West Experience Real Estate Group out of Modesto, California. 16 years of real estate investing, trading over 165 retail transactions and 65 million in a volume in a year. His passion is endurance sports, Sean, and helping others achieve their goals. He's completed 4 Ironmans and over 20 Ironman 70.3 races and helped tons of entrepreneurs do the same in the last 3 years. So welcome, Aaron West.
Thank you so much for having me.
Aaron, thank you for being here. And what is your fun fact, sir?
My fun fact is that I take between 12 and 14 weeks off a year to travel.
Beautiful. And where are some of your favorite places that you've ever been? Top one, two.
Africa was pretty amazing. Yearly Kona, Hawaii is the place that we go to every single year. And where else? We're leaving for Alaska. I spent a month in Alaska when I was younger. So we're leaving for Alaska in 2 weeks for 2 weeks to go fishing and just see Alaska with the family.
Yeah. Well, brother, Aaron, do you consistently run Kona Ironman?
No, that's the world championships that you have to qualify for. And we affectionately call those people Vulcans because that is their life, and they're super analytical, and they are amazing athletes. My coach told me I could, but it is a full-time job and I have way more other priorities than that.
Yeah, understood. Dear friend of ours, Siri Lindley, I'm going to be out in their ranch for weeks.
Yes.
I don't know if you know Siri. Do you know Siri?
I've met her before, yes.
Yeah, she's extraordinary. World champion triathlete, and her wife, Rebecca Keats, I think won the Kona Ironman.
She did.
Yeah. So Rebecca won it. Truly extraordinary. And yes, they are cyborg crazy people, but also massively heart-centered and amazing. And really appreciate Aaron for you being here today.
My pleasure. I look forward to it.
Yeah, looking forward to it. Gina, it is now time for, on this fun Friday, kicking off the summer with the one, the only currently influence sorceress, started selling tots on her front lawn as an 8-year-old. In fact, it was crafts. She was selling not tots as a tot. And then she progressed to be a 7-figure earning in the space of network marketing. Eventually went on to be the #1 business broker in the state of Nevada, not number 2, but number 1. Now is the chief influence sorceress, chief cook and bottle washer, princess queen, heart-centered, lightning bolt throwing leader of Align Talent. The one, the only, Bella Verita. Bella, what's happening?
Hello, Sean Callaghy.
How do I do it introducing you?
You do pretty good. I would give you a 9.9. Very good, very good.
And what is your fun fact for today?
My fun fact actually is I'm at the freaking beach in Florida. All of a sudden it's gotten windy and I'm actually kind of cold in the shade. Isn't that ridiculous? I should feel like I should not be cold at the beach.
Yes, absolutely not. And are you making a break out to the reef?
I thought about it, but now it's like gotten crazy. Like it's like crazy. And there was late. Like when I got out here, like it was calm. It was smooth. I was like, I'm going to do the real raw. Then I'm going to go, out and do some snorkeling. And I don't want to get seasick in the sea again.
Yes, seasick in the sea is not a fun thing. Bella may or may not.
That is not a fun thing.
Bella may or may not have been seasick in the sea in the past week, and I might have been experiencing that, but she did an incredible job. Yes, so Bella Verita, amazing work. So thankful for you. Are you ready to rock and roll?
I'm ready to do this.
Let's do it. So Gina, we love you. You're amazing. You're heart-centered, extraordinary, and you have a lot of friends from the home of Bruce Springsteen territory, and we're grateful for those friends that come by and say hi. Like Chad today, we're going to take good care of him. Do not worry, Gina.
Okay, perfect. We're going to hang at the beach club this weekend with Chad, and all of y'all have fun in the multiverse, exploring the impact of integrity-based human influence. I love you guys. Have a great day. Bye.
Right, love you.
Bye,
have
Gina.
a great day. Bella coming from the beaches of Fort Lauderdale. Who is going first?
Ooh, I'm thinking Becky.
Ooh, Becky is up first. Becky, you up for it?
Always up for it.
All right, awesome, Becky. So Becky, Bella, as you may or may not know, but I think you probably do, will be anybody you want her to be. It's whatever a relevant yes is to you, Becky. A yes for you. Could be an ideal client, could be like a book deal, could be anything in the world. Just a yes that matters to you. And we're going to be looking to go from hello to yes in this segment in your first 3 minutes, because we're going to play a little fun game on the back end. But are you up for that? And P.S., this is not like Boiler Room meets Wolf of Wall Street. It's not a high pressure sale. It could be just for a longer meeting to explain more things. Does that sound good, Becky?
It sounds perfect.
All right. Who would you like Bella to be?
Sir Richard Branson.
Ooh. Bella, you may or may not have been on Sir Richard's Island in the last couple of months as well. So Bella, I'm sorry, Sir Richard, are you ready to take us in?
I am, Mr. Callaghy.
Let's do it.
All right.
Richard.
Hi, Sir Richard, thank you so much for taking my phone call today. Just to share something with you, I was not reading until I was in 4th grade. I was labeled in school, kind of like you, with dyslexia, learning disabilities. I was told by a teacher I was not going to amount to anything. And so I just want to thank you so much. You are a true inspiration. You've been an inspiration to me. I know you have 3 kids. I know you have 3 beautiful grandkids. I also have 3 kids, and all 3 of my kids had unique needs: autism, brain injury, oppositional defiant disorder. Like, each one they were just so unique. And instead of letting the world dictate the low expectations, I took you as a amazing inspiration. I actually went to school to become a special ed teacher. I opened my own school, and now that's what I do. I literally travel around the world working with families in their homes, starting schools. I founded my own school because of my inspiration from you. So I have one question for you. You ready?
I'm ready.
What would it have been like when you were a small child, having difficulties in schools, not being understood, but knowing how brilliant you were, if your parents or your teacher or anybody, even you, could have plugged some information into an app, it would have spit out how to reverse dyslexia, how to reverse autism, how to get nonverbal kids to talk. How would you have felt as a small child plugging in information, understanding your brain and body in order to best help yourself, not have to go through what you had to go through, not having your 3 kids, your 3 grandkids, anybody suffer with the right information? How would your life have been different?
Wow, Becky. I mean, this sounds incredible. Growing up, I'm, always say, I'm super grateful for my learning disabilities, because it's made me who I am, and figured out different ways. But, I could definitely see how it could help, not only children, but also, adults, because I know a lot of people aren't as fortunate as me, and been able to, reframe and be able to create the success that I have. And I know those learning disabilities impede a lot of our youth today.
Yeah. So I know you are all about helping children. I know a lot of the things that you put money towards is helping children. So what I would like to do, my 3 children are now amazing adults. They're 30, 31, living the lives of their dreams. And again, you are such an inspiration. You're such an inspiration for helping others. And what I would like to do is just to set up another call. I know we only had a short time today, just to strategize and see how we can actually help millions of people help millions of people. Can we set up another call?
I think that would be interesting. I would definitely be interested in that.
Great.
Hearing more. Thank you so much.
Excellent work, Becky. Great job. Sir Richard, you have a quick phone call. The lemurs have busted out of the cage, and they are running all over the island, and they're like doing disgusting things and throwing things at each other. So
I have a feeling Sean Callaghy is behind this. I bet he unlocked the gate. He is always up to trouble.
yeah, he was very upset that the lemurs were caged. So I think he's involved. Yes.
All right.
Absolutely. Becky, excellent job. How'd that feel for you?
That felt good.
Yeah, very nice work. Very, very nice work. Chad, sir, who would you like Bella to be?
I'll be perfectly honest. I'm not really sure, because I'm not exactly sure what's happening.
Okay, so Chad, yeah, all good. So what we talk about and unpack here on The Real Raw is that everything begins after yes. And our selling, our marketing, our recruiting, our leading, our managing, right? There's nothing without yes. So each and every one of us are seeking so many yeses in the world that we get to choose from. We might be seeking yes from a client, fundraising for charity or for a new company. We could be seeking a yes to get on a major stage, a strategic alliance, a partnership agreement. So all we're asking is, hey, what's a yes that's relevant to you in the world that you're seeking? And so therefore, who would you like Bella to be? She'll be that person you're seeking the yes from.
Okay. I would like Bella to be the person who is going to qualify our mobile kitchens as delivery vendors rather than a mobile food truck or a food truck. That's
perfect. That is like, first of all, it's never happened.
Reclassify my.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was saying reclassify what I'm doing as not a food truck, but a mobile vendor.
I love this. That's like a ideal one, Chad, that we never had that before. Exactly what we're here to do.
A real life story.
Yeah, it's perfect. That's what we're here to. Perfect. Amazing. I mean, Becky's amazing. Like that's like the spectrum. Sometimes it's like a Richard Branson, and sometimes it's exactly like this, something really relevant to business. That's a real hello to yes dynamic that's at play. So please, Bella, you're going to be reclassifying these vehicles or considering them. You have authority, Bella. You like authority though, don't you, Bella?
I do like authority. That is true. Yes.
All right, Chad, you may have created a monster. Take us in.
Hello, Chad.
Hello.
Thank you for calling. What can I help you with?
Oh, so okay. So I'm supposed to be role playing you being the person. All right. So I got zero background before I got on this call. So now I get it now. I'll be sure to thank Gina when I see her at the beach this weekend. Now I understand.
Yeah, so I'll be that person. So you're having a conversation with me. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So hey, we're a new food technology company, and we're basically in the process of bringing real-time delivery to your home by cooking the food outside of your house. And we have an app with one of 30 different cuisines that can be at your house within 15 minutes. We use everything from augmented reality to telematics to various different algorithms to make sure these trucks don't get stuck in places where they shouldn't be. And we want to operate in your town, and we would like to be classified so I don't have to go out and get various different licenses, not as a food truck, but as a mobile vendor, or something else other than something that's already been established or identified.
So what I'm hearing is, because typically in this situations it would be a mobile kitchen, and you're looking for, instead of it being a mobile kitchen, you are looking for it to be a like a transport.
It's instead of being classified as a food truck, which a lot of towns have various different rules and regulations around. I want to be considered, more of a mobile delivery, or a chef at your door, something that hasn't been classified yet, and that is new and disruptive to the industry. We're definitely not a food truck.
That you're definitely not a food truck. Okay. And what do you think the benefit to the end consumer in being classified this way is?
Well, I think there's several things. I think number one, you're getting restaurant quality food at your door within 15 minutes, something that's you can't have with the delivery Uber Eats and DoorDashes that you have out there now. You have access to incredible restaurants from around the country that essentially are on our platform that we've reverse engineered using our technology to cook those specific cuisines, on the trucks themselves. And, it's kind of like Whole Foods. If we're operating in your town, the value of your homes are going to increase, and then therefore you get more tax revenue. We're that valuable.
But you're still cooking on the truck.
Absolutely. We come to your house, and outside your house, we cook.
Got it. So, I mean, I think it would definitely warrant a longer conversation because, delivery services, they're not actually cooking. So, we might have to have a longer conversation.
Okay, great.
Bella, I'm really hungry. Do you think we can get some, I don't know, let's say.
I'm sending some grilled octopus your way. Grilled octopus with some sauteed carrots on the side.
Definitely not grilled octopus. We need some chicken cheesesteaks and some pizzas. Does that sound good?
But I think the country's out of chicken cheesesteaks and pizzas.
Then I will go.
Memorial Day weekend, no more pizza.
So Chad, excellent job, man. So what this new venture, you're here to disrupt a lot of stuff, it sounds like.
Well, yeah, I mean, we're evolving the Uber Eats and the DoorDashes of the world by having cuisines from all over the country, a curated list of the best cuisines in the country, brought to the suburbs of New Jersey for starters, to people who really want a better quality than when the DoorDash individual throws the food at your front door and then sends you a text message of it. It's easy for disruption. Market's big enough.
Nice.
So now this is an important question for for Jersey. Like, so in this truck, can like one person in the house like get a pizza or a cheesesteak, and the other person, get like some chicken and vegetables? Can those happen in the same delivery?
Of course, no, every truck is its own cuisine, but the app does allow you to have more than one cuisine show up at your door within 15 minutes. So if one of your kids wants pizza and the other one wants Chinese, instead of them, battling like my kids do, they both order themselves, and within 15 minutes, they each get what they want.
Perfect.
So this kid
Let's
can
hear
get
what the judges.
Steaks. Thank you. So excellent, Chad. Let's go with the judges now. So let's go with Lauren to start. 30 seconds of feedback, please, for Becky. 15 seconds will work. 15 seconds what could be optimized, and then a score on a scale of 1 to 10. Please, Lauren, drop in.
Okay, well, I love Becky, so I may be a little bit whatever, but I think she did a fantastic job. If I was Richard Branson, I would probably, I wouldn't even say a conversation. I would say, Becky, I'll fly you in on my jet, on my 737. Come see me. I think she did a great job. I guess my only little critique would be that the elevator pitch could be tightened up a little bit.
I like it.
So that instead of I noticed that 2:30, she was getting to the point, the ask. I would condense in it a little bit, but I thought she was fantastic.
And your score for her is?
Oh, her score is a 10 plus.
Boom. So what I would ask though, I have a quick thought, Lauren. Sometimes COVID was really hard, on a lot of people, including my folks. I almost lost my mom and my dad legitimately to COVID. It was horrible and scary. And some people have it really even worse than that. So Bella Rita had to be quarantined during COVID in this nightmarishly horrible place. So Lauren, would you want to ask Bella where she had to be quarantined during COVID at one point?
Bella, where were you quarantined?
I was quarantined on the slums of Necker Island.
Oh, that sounds awful.
That
sounds absolutely awful. And
it was very, very challenging. I mean, having food delivered to your door 24/7, anything you want, cocktails, overlooking the sea. I mean, it was very, very, very rough.
Did Richard pop in for long conversations with Chardonnay, 6 feet distance?
No, we could not leave our rooms.
Oh, okay. So no windows.
Chardonnay. It was for real quarantine. Quarantine.
Yeah. But we did have Richard on because he was on the island and we're going to be with him. It's 20 people. But we did have Zoom meetings with Richard while we were there. So, but unfortunately, with a COVID outbreak of one, it kind of created an interesting disruption. So, but we all survived. So Lauren, thank you for that feedback. Aaron, what do you have for Becky?
Got on mute. I think Becky did a really great job. She was prepared. It was succinct. The only thing that I would probably say is that someone like him they're used to having people gush all over them right at the beginning. And I think that if you just took a step back and kind of just came to a common ground, which you did a very good job with, I think that might have been a little bit more effective in making you talking to a person instead of talking to Richard Branson.
And your score for Becky is?
I give her an 8.5.
Nice. Excellent job. Let's go, Stuart, please. What do you have for Chad?
Chad, I think that you presented well. I mean, you have an idea. I think I would have put a little bit more emphasis on, if you're going to deliver so much food, is this going to be a massive semi truck? You have so many things, maybe, critique to say maybe you have you're going to deliver because this is what's being delivered in that area at that time, and you're going to focus on a certain area. But I think you presented well, and I definitely give you an 8.
Nice. Excellent job for that. Thank you, Stuart. Maximilian, what did you have, please, for Chad?
Are you frozen? He might be frozen. He looks frozen.
All right, we'll come back to Maximilian. I thought Chad did an awesome job, very congruent in his communication. I'll let Maximilian give some more chatter on that.
I think he's back.
Oh, Maximilian's back.
I'm back.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome.
I thought the pitch was good. It sounded intriguing enough to want to learn more about it, and depending on how hungry you are and how much of a foodie you are, you appreciate like 15 or 30 different cuisines in your basically in your backyard. I guess one thing that I would want to know more about is sort of what is like maybe the food quality, or what is, how are you able to do this? This sounds like very magical and almost like too good to be true. So I guess that's my only thing that I would say.
Cool. Awesome.
And your score for Chad is?
8.5.
Nice. Thank you, Maximilian. So Chad, Becky, excellent work. Chad, are you ready to have a little bit more fun?
Let's do it. Sure. Now that I have a better feeling.
Awesome. Becky, how about yourself? Are you ready?
I'm always ready.
Awesome. I love it, Becky. Okay, so Becky, I have a 1 or a 2 underneath the table. Do you think it's a 1 or a 2?
2.
It is a 2. You are correct. So you now, Becky, have the option of putting me on the hot seat, right? On the spot, on the hot seat, to do what you and Chad just did, going from hello to yes on anything you want me to go from hello to yes on, including your scenarios or any scenario in the world. I could be anybody. That's the challenge, as long as it's integrous. We are not selling swampland in the middle of Chicago. We are integrously go from hello to yes on anything that you want. Or you could pass that to Chad to set the scenario for me. So neither one of you are on the spot. It's me on the spot. The question is, do you want to set the scenario? And then you would also tell me, if you do, who I'm going to be communicating with in it. So do you want to set that scenario, Becky?
So either I can do that or I can give it to Chad.
Yeah, to set it, yes.
All right, I'll give it to Chad.
All right, Chad, who would you like me to be? I now have to go from hello to yes like you did and Becky just did, and you get to put me on the spot. So who would you like me to be that needs to seek a yes about something in the world? As a primer, I've been professional sport coaches, agents, President Biden, President Trump. I've been selling legal services, accounting. So I mean, anything in the world. Who would you like me to be?
Hey, Sean. I think Chad froze up for a little bit.
Oh dear. Okay. So Becky, would you mind jumping in for Chad and his frozenness?
Sure. How about a no to hello to yes? Let's see. So, well, like just to use myself, being a Lone Ranger, I just need to hear a little bit more about how, like, if I were to talk to someone I'm looking for a Shark Tank type investor to help take my business to the next level. So if you were to talk to a Shark Tank type investor to invest in an app that will change the world.
Awesome. So would you like me to be you? And I'm talking to an investor.
Yes, that'd be amazing. Awesome.
And who would you like? Would you like to be the investor, or would you like somebody else to play the investor?
How about someone else be the investor?
Okay. Who would you pick?
How about Maximilian?
All right. Maximilian, would you please be the investor?
Okay.
All right. Sound good? All right.
Sure.
Yeah. So Maximilian, hey, it's Becky. Thanks so much for taking the call. I know that we sort of connected through the Tony world. Can I ask you this? How did you end up in the Tony Robbins world and as a platinum partner?
I wanted to learn more about finance and business and sort of self-development.
Cool. You know, I always think I've met so many incredible people through the Tony ecosystem. And people come in for so many different reasons. You know, some people are at this like moment of like life transformation and big decision, or some people are just in acceleration. Like, what was it for you that was just like that moment that you're like, yes, I got to do this? And like, what brought you there in the first place?
I knew someone who had gone to 15 events, and I'm like, I got to know what this is about. You know, he was driving a Tesla. Not that I'm super materialistic, but I knew he was successful, and he was, I guess, a respected guy in his town. And I was like, hey, let me see what this is about and see what I'm missing out on. What are my blind spots here?
Cool. And what was your first event?
Business mastery.
Cool. And what'd you think? Was it like a lot for you, or made sense right away? It was a little crazy, people jumping around. Like, what was present for you?
Both. The content made sense, and it was a lot to sort of get used to the jumping around and the dancing and all of that. Massages.
Have you ever gotten used to it yet, or is it still a little weird to have strangers massaging you?
I guess it depends what state you're in. If you're in the right state, it's okay.
Yeah, no, very, very cool. So yeah, I've had just met so many people of uniquely different access points to success. So final question is, when you look at your life, your future, your legacy that you're creating, what's the intention? Like, what's the vision for Maximilian?
It's creating an impact, having something better be there than what was there before.
All right. Well, appreciate that. And again, appreciate you giving me these couple minutes. Can I share a little bit about what I'm up to?
Sure.
Yeah. So again, my name is Becky, right? And what I believe in this world is possibility. And my children, me, we had some challenges. And the traditional systems would have told us that there's not going to be a mechanism for us to make our way through those challenges. And so many people are given that feedback from the world. We live in a place and a time when more people are diagnosed with autism than not only ever before in history, but exponentially more. Like, why is that? We live in a world where we drug our children, we drug ourselves to not feel, to not think. And I'm not telling you we should never take drugs. I'm telling you that we live in a very confused and dynamically problematic world where parents so often feel, and adults who are suffering with people they love in mental health dynamics and all sorts of other things, we live in a world and a time where there's pain, confusion, not knowingness. And what I've done, and I know we're just about out of time, out of that pain, that hope, that possibility, is I've created an app. And it's like, oh my God, no, not another app. Well, yeah, I think the world has more apps than it needs, but it doesn't have more solutions than it needs. So I don't have an app, I have a solution for the problem we're talking about in a meaningful and profound way to give people access to information, certainty, hope, and possibility. So if that sounds interesting, I'd love to have a little bit of a conversation with you, because I'm looking for people to give me some feedback, people to potentially partner with, and also ways to serve you, perhaps. So how does that resonate for you to have a longer conversation?
That sounds good. I'm open to it.
All right, cool. All right, out of roll, Maximilian, what are your thoughts on what I was presenting as Becky?
I like it. You established rapport, finding common ground, sort of the same community and things to relate on. And then you asked me what it is that I'm looking for in life, and then you sort of tailored your pitch to that. And I think you did a great job. Was authentic.
Oh, thank you. Becky, how did I do as you?
You already know you are so amazing with words. So thank you. It was beautiful to hear. It was beautiful to hear the words that you used. You're very succinct in your words. So very powerful and in a very small amount of time. So brilliant. Thank you.
Yeah, well, thank you. And I believe in what you're doing, Becky, and you. So hopefully that was in service of.
Yes, definitely. Thank you.
Bella, how'd that resonate for you?
That was extraordinary and amazing. And I just wanted to let you know that Aaron has to jump pretty quickly. Okay. And Chad had to leave. So
okay,
I just wanted
awesome.
to give those updates.
So Aaron, quick question for you. Thank you so much for being here. How was your experience today on The Real Raw? And what is a big yes that you, Aaron, are seeking in the world?
It was great. It's been a good experience so far. So the big yes that I am seeking in the world is how to bring totally different from what I normally do, but money is something that people don't talk about. So the big yes that that for me that I want to bring to the world is how to bring a conversation about money where it's not associated with who you are, that it is just a tangible piece of the game board that we have to use to build wealth.
Awesome, brother. Well, I know you got to jump. Quick thought is that we live in our primal brain. Our primal brain says fear of rejection, fear of failure, because if we get rejected or we fail, we die because our resources go, right? Our primal brain, not our higher brain, but our primal brain. When money comes up, primal brain kicks in. The ability, which is like a twig snapping when a deer turns its head, our ability to restore safety and to lean into that truth, not avoid it, not dance around it, not overpower it, but to like settle into it, be like, wow, I'm feeling some, like uncertainty. Like what's going on? Like lean in to the conversation in a beautiful way. So Aaron, thank you. I look forward to you bringing that conversation to the world, because all money is it's a resource, just like time and energy. So beautiful work. And thank you for being here today.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, thank you. So Stuart, how was your day with us today? And what's a big yes that you're seeking in the world?
I'm just honored that I could, participate in this. It was my first experience yesterday. And, what you bring, Sean, to the world is unbelievable. It's enlightenment. There's a lot of things that we are all grateful for, and there's a lot of things that we look into. And some of it, it seems greedy, and we don't mean to be greedy. And like, Aaron was saying, sometimes money is a hard conversation, but at the end of the day, being wealthy in mind and in knowledge and creating things, I guess it's mentoring and helping other people get the same success I've had is my goal.
Awesome. Well, that's a huge yes in the world. And quick footnote, the only way we can do that is if we understand the distinction between modesty, false modesty, and humility. Humility, I submit, is when you think you're not better or less than anyone. False modesty is when you lie to people and say you're less than you are, so you can make them feel better, or you can avoid feeling rejected. One more time. False modesty is lying. It's saying you're less than you are, so you don't have to face the potential significance dynamics of somebody else in a moment, and you don't feel that rejection. And then nobody has any ability to know your amazing gifts and talents. So thank you for sharing your gifts and talents with us here today, Stuart. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. So we have, let's go, Maximilian. Thank you for being here today. How was your time with us, and what's your big yes that you are seeking in the world?
Yeah, it was great. I appreciate everybody's perspective, and obviously, as was said before, your way with words is great because it's authentic, right? And my big yes, I guess, is to support a change in the healthcare system to improve processes, automate, and ultimately have better patient outcomes.
Well, brother, that is an extraordinary outcome in the world. And to do that, the causing of leadership is going to be essential. And I can feel your certainty, your peace, but that causing of scale leadership to have something like that occur at a mass level is well within your wheelhouse and certainly going to be necessary. And that would be incredible, because we live in a healthcare system, as we all know, that is not designed to create maximal patient outcome. It's to move people in and out of healthcare facilities as rapidly as possible. So I appreciate that outcome, and I wish you all the best, Maximilian.
Thank you.
Thank you. Lauren, thank you again. Wonderful. Looking forward to seeing you hopefully again in December or sooner. So how is this for you, and what's your big yes?
For letting me be a part of this. This was a lot of fun. Thank you for letting me be a part of this. So my big yes is I've been trying for a while, although I've been diverted to scale my nonprofit, and I developed an app. I know nobody wants another app, but it's like almost like a dating app, but for people who need living organ donors. And through and I also created like a unique store on my website for people who need living organ donors, whether it be natural ways or or advertising on a billboard, and to bring attention to that. So it would be really publicity. That's my big yes, whether it be Oprah or Oprah or Oprah.
Well, awesome. And when we find ways to add massive value even to Oprah, then we win. And there are ways to find out how to do that even with the most influential people in the world. I've personally experienced it, and it's something when we realize that there's all kinds of things that Oprah doesn't have that she wants, just like everybody else. So Lauren, awesome job, and thank you for being here.
Thank you, Sean. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Becky, thank you. Great job. How was today for you?
Needed. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Well, appreciate you very much. Thank you for your time and for all that you are doing in the world. And we experienced your big yes that you're seeking to create. And why don't you categorize it one more time for us? Your big yes is, Becky, that you're seeking.
My big yes is I have the information and I just need it, with COVID and not being able to travel like I was doing. And my mission is to help 1 million people, help 1 million people. So I sat down and said, if I could just get all this information into one place and people could just click and play and they get the information they need about their children's brain, their brain, the activities they need, the nutrition they need, the mindset they need, it's all in one place. So whether it's an app or a software. So I'm looking for people that want to partner up with me, want to support me, collaborate with me, however, just to get this information out into the world sooner than later.
Well, awesome. Appreciate you, Becky. Great job. And you bring light wherever you go. So thank you.
Thank you.
Bella Rita, final, my friend.
Final is, first just want to thank everyone for joining us here today. It's been an incredible show, and to Lauren and Becky and everybody else. But, there is no one that has raised more money from a stage than Sean. And it's because of the formula. In 2 different occasions last month, raised over $500,000 in less than 30 minutes. And it is because there is a formula. There are 12 indispensable elements, 4 energies, and 4 steps. And so I invite you both definitely, but everybody can come back to Monday night. It's not this Monday, but the following Monday, where Sean unpacks what the formula is so that, you can raise money for your apps. You can get to the yeses that you seek in the world. And between now and then, one of our strategists will reach out to you. Definitely take that call so that you can unpack the formula and how it relates to that yes that you're seeking in the world. So thank you all for having this amazing experience with us today. And Sean, back to you.
Yeah, appreciate every one of you. Thank you again. Lauren, Aaron, Chad, Stuart, Maximilian, Becky, truly appreciate all of you. And Bella Rita, awesome job as always, because Bella, it's all right there, except we're all blind.
And just learning to see. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye-bye. Thanks, Bella. Thank you, guys.